It's a lasagna that layers tons of spring greens. You can use escarole or chard or rainbow chard. Today I just have your basic spinach. Nice spring spinach, couple of huge bundles of that, spring onions and garlic. We're going to wilt all those greens together and we're going to layer it in a white lasagna with lots of mortadella. The giant bologna with pistachios in it. Delicious! Really good, this dish. So we're going to start by making bechamel, or just a traditional basic white sauce. Of course, we start with equal amounts of butter and flour. Melt the butter. When it bubbles, add flour. I've got 4 tablespoons of butter, 4 tablespoons of flour. Whisk that together. Then you add a quart of milk, and I always cut that with a little bit of chicken stock, just to thin it out a bit and give me room to go. And then I season it up very traditionally. Salt, a little bit of fine black pepper, or some people prefer white pepper. I like the flavor of a fine ground black pepper instead. And a little nutmeg. Nutmeg in all things white and all things with dark leafy greens. And this is a dish that has both. So always a little bit of nutmeg. And then I'm going to make this a 3-cheese sauce by taking the basic bechamel and stirring in 3 different cheeses that are very different, really. This first one is Taleggio, Parmigiano Reggiano, the king of all cheeses. And then once you melt down the Taleggio or the Fontina and incorporate it, I stir in the nice, fresh, creamy ricotta cheese. Let me show you how we deal with our spinach or escarole or chard, any dark leafy green. You want to get as much water out as possible because, of course, liquid will come out of the spinach as it wilts down. A little bit of salt and pepper. Normally I put nutmeg on spinach, but it's already in the sauce. There you go. And now I'll turn the heat up just a hair and wilt that all together. Done. I finish the greens with a little splash of lemon juice for brightness. Citrus in anything, I think, is pretty much magic. So I cut the mortadella in half, fold it over on top of itself, and then cut it into about 1-inch strips. And we're going to layer that in with our no-boil egg flat pasta sheets. When you start layering your mortadella and spring greens lasagna, the first layer will be your white sauce. That helps the lasagna lift up off the bottom of the pan a little easier. So you start with white sauce, then you put your first layer of pasta. After that, it's made exactly, I'm gonna finish this one off right now for you guys. It's made exactly like this. You barely shingle your flat egg pasta, no boil sheets. And we're slathering, remember, this isn't just white sauce. It's a 3-cheese sauce with the ricotta. I can't even say it with a straight face, it makes me giggle. This is so disgustingly delicious. Kind of give a little shake with the greens as you layer them in. Take off any excess liquid. You don't want too wet of a lasagna. And I scatter the greens with the green onion and the crushed red pepper and the garlic. Oh, I know. And then you take your mortadella and just fan it over the top. Look like little pork butterfly wings. And of course, on the very tippy top, you finish with your bechamel cheese sauce so that it can get nice and brown and golden and delicious. I like to use a carving knife or a long, really pointy, really sharp knife. And I use a 2-spatula technique, using this one to help balance the bottom one. Oh, yes! Thing of beauty.